I'm Erik Milito, Upstream Director at the American Petroleum Institute. Thank you for the opportunity to testify on the importance of energy supply to our nation's economy and our energy future. We are pleased to see the committee moving forward with a robust debate to move the country toward a comprehensive energy strategy. We, as a nation, truly need a comprehensive approach to energy shaped by reason, common sense, and experience. As the committee considers and debates the pillars of infrastructure, supply, efficiency, and accountability, the U.S. is well positioned to lead the world in the production of all energy sources, and particularly in the production of oil and natural gas. As both the U.S. and global economies grow, the U.S., with its abundant supplies, can effectively provide economic and energy stability to domestic and global markets through continued and expanded development of oil and natural gas. To successfully pursue this path, we must plan for the future, and the most sensible approach is to pursue safe and responsible energy development here at home. Given expected global economic and population growth, more total energy will be needed both in the U.S. and globally in the decades to come. The Energy Information Administration forecasts that U.S. energy demand will grow by 9% between 2013 and 2040, with more than 60% of the energy demand expected to be met by oil and natural gas, as is the case today. Fundamentally, the facts in our energy reality demonstrate that our economy will rely on oil and natural gas for decades to come. Globally, the change in energy demand is much greater, and when it comes to liquid petroleum products, the U.S. competes on a global basis for these resources. Recent forecasts by the EIA estimate that growth in the global economy from 2014 to 2040 will require additional oil production of about 28 million barrels per day. That is an increase roughly equivalent to the current consumption of the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and Japan combined. Despite significant and much-needed growth of renewable energy and improvements in energy efficiency, more than half the world's energy demand will be met in 2040 by oil and natural gas, again, as is the case today. Government policy plays a substantial role in the ability of the U.S. to tap its own supplies and help meet the projected growth in U.S. and global demand. The dramatic increase that we have seen in oil and natural gas production is occurring today on state and private lands. Production of oil and natural gas, when taken together, has decreased in areas under federal control. The lack of growth in production on federal lands is a result of policies that have effectively discouraged investment in those areas or simply taken opportunities for investment off the table. Fortunately, 3 of the supply bills that are being discussed today will effectively move us past these self-imposed energy prohibitions. Senate Bills 1276, 1278, and 1279 would open highly promising areas in Alaska, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic Outer Continental Shelf to energy exploration and production. It is these types of legislative proposals that acknowledge that we will need oil and natural gas for decades to come and recognize our strong capacity to safely and responsibly produce those resources here at home. These bills embrace a long-term, comprehensive approach to energy policy because steps like these will help ensure we have the necessary energy for our citizens 5, 10, 15, and more than 20 years down the road. To be sure, the offshore energy that we produce today is available because of smart policy decisions made 10 to 15 years ago. Over the past 6 years, we have seen increasing U.S. oil and natural gas production drive economic growth, global energy security, and ensure affordable energy supplies. Moving forward, we will need all the energy sources to meet our growing demand: solar, wind, air, nuclear, hydro, coal, but also oil and natural gas. Oil and gas development and the oil and natural gas supply chain are expected to create 1.3 million job openings over the next 15 years. We now need smart policy decisions today to secure these job opportunities and to secure our path to energy security for the decades ahead. This hearing and many of the proposed bills are constructive steps forward. Thank you. Look forward to your questions.